Hello, welcomes you once again. I am Sanjay Kardia here, going to take you through integrated theatre command. So, as you know, our lovely India or our nation is surrounded by hostile neighbor like and China, Pakistan and China, Pakistan in west and China in northeast or north, and we are having a vast sea surrounded by the Indian Ocean, specifically if we say Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. So, to protect this area from the Pakistan side, from the China side, from the sea route, we should have an integrated theatre command, means an integrated command which can operate to give a good fight back to our enemies. So, as a part of defense reforms, after the appointment of the Chief of Defence Staff, the government working for formation of integrated theatre command. So, they are thinking to take these three services like Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Indian Navy together. Presently, these three services together having 17 commands in their hand, means Army is having 7 command, Air Force is having 7 command and Navy is having 3 command. So they together put together 17 commands, and also there is a integrated defense command in Andaman and Nicobar, Iceland, where the headquarters is in Port Blair, and they are having strategic importance because they are operating in the east of our nation, means this is our subcontinent, here our Andaman and Nicobar Dweeppuঞ্জ, or you can say Iceland. So here the state of Malacca, and here the eastern countries or South Asian countries, the Pacific Ocean, this is Indian Ocean, this is the choke point. So we are operating here at Port Blair. So our forces here protecting the state of Malacca, means any threat from that side, and also any strategic after wings or anything will, if possible, from the South Asia, they will prevent that. So the tri services operated there. Then other tri services command like strategic force command, they are doing for the nuclear weapons. Whenever there will be a nuclear emergency, they will look after the operation and command and control. Now the recent development, as you know, the first CDS of our nation, General Bipin Rawat, is no more. So sad for our nation. But the next Chief of Defence Staff, Lieutenant General Anil Chauhan, now the current one. So the appointment of the CDS and the creation of development of military affairs are momentous step towards the integrated and advancement of the defense forces. So now there is a department of military affairs which is looked after by the CDS, and CDS is the chief for that, means he is the head of this department of military affairs. It is the single point of military advisor to the government on a suggestion by the Kargil Review Committee. So there is a committee, Kargil Review Committee, in 1999, aftermath of the Kargil War. They suggested to have a integrated command and control. That's why we created the post of CDS. CDS oversees and coordinates the working of the three services as the head of the DMA or DOMA, defense, the director of the military affairs, and the CDS is vested with the authority in prioritizing inter-services procurement decision. Then Department of Military Affairs, as I explained already, CDS is the chief for that. It is exclusively pertaining to military matters, while falls within the purview of the DOMA. Earlier, their functions were the mandate of the Department of Defense. The next logical step in the process of defense reforms is the formation of the integrated theatre command, the topic of ours, the integrated theatre of commands, for synergize the capabilities of our tri-services, Indian Army, Air Force and Navy in the war or peace, means during a war or peace. So teams headed by vice chiefs of the three services have been constituted to study and submit recommendations of the formation of the various integrated command. So now the vice chiefs of the tri services, means Indian Army vice chief, Indian Air Force vice chief, Indian Navy vice chiefs, they are having some bodies, they are looking after the possibilities for the integrated command. So what will be the thing we are looking for the integrated command? Well, if you can see this image here, we can clearly see the Indian Air Force, Indian Navy and Indian Army in one picture. So what I am trying to say here is that in the integrated theater command, or the ITC, I can use the acronyms ITC, integrated theater command, envisages unified command of three services under a single commander. Means one single commander will be operate the mission, whatever the commander. For geographical theater area that are of the strategic and security concern, means one person can handle a vast area of geographical importance. Then the commander of such forces, either he will from army or air force or from navy, the person is able to take decisions, make deployment of the forces, and he will have a seamless efficacy of doing whatever he want. Then the integrated theater commander will not be answerable to individual services, means he has most of the power to take a decision for the benefit of the nation. Then integration and jointness, means integration and jointness of the three forces will avoid duplication of resources, means whatever the similar equipments, assets of Indian Army, Air Force, Navy, their duplication will be minimum because they will be shared to other commands or other theater commands. The resources available under each service will be available to other service too. The service will get to know one another better because they will coordinate with each other. The strengthening cohesion, it will be strengthen the cohesion means a force of togetherness in the defense establishment. So this concept or the notion for this is comes from this committee, Sekar committee. This committee has recommended the creation of the three integrated theater commands for the northern, for China, for western, for Pakistan, or to deal with Pakistan, the hostile neighbor, and from the southern for the vast sea. Although there is also a proposal of 5 integrated command, we'll see what will happen next, because there is a proposal or pipeline for recommendation to the government for the integrated theater commands. It will be a good thing to have integrated command to operate in the current geopolitical scenario, and it will be a very big achievement for our nations if we will have this in future. Thank you. Jai Hind.